When I was 22, all I wanted was to be a professional wedding videographer. Through my camera, I could tell a story, one that makes just as much sense going forward as it does going backwards. We wanted to bring narrative to the wedding industry, but at the same time, we were ready to break any narrative that was created. So I assembled a team. I was the organizer, Martin was the cameraman, Violet was the producer, and Jacques was the director. A man of unplaceable age and origin, he was a total weirdo. We got our first gig, and the dream we had for a new wedding industry turned into a nightmare.
I don't like to think about that time. Sometimes, when I close my eyes, I still see his face.
After we filmed the event, Jacques vanished with all the footage.
Ironically, looking back on it, it felt like Jacques divorced us.
Us and the client.
What was it like having us film your wedding?
It was awful. Literally ruined my life.
Once Jacques vanished with the footage, we knew you could never experience your wedding the way you wanted to.
Why would I want to see footage of the day that ruined my life?
We were building a narrative.
How did what you did to the wedding cake build a narrative?
We were disrupting, and of course the status quo wasn't going to like it.
During the vows, you just showed the director shoving as much gum into his mouth as possible and then shoving it into someone else's face.
Don't you get it? That's what divorce feels like.
Why did you yell divorce during my first kiss?
Divorce! Divorce! Because that's what divorce sounds like.
I was getting married. And the singing?
It was Hamilton.
How does a bastard, orphan, son of a whore and a Scotsman, dropped in the middle of a forgotten spot in the Caribbean?
We were making a statement. That statement was, fuck weddings, but love them too.
My ex annulled the marriage the next day because of you all.
I'm so sorry. I'm just gonna go get the door. Jacques?
Finally, we had the tapes. After all these years, we could revisit the footage that had redefined the genre of wedding filmography. The event that defined the four of us was finally getting closure. It begged the question, who was getting married that day? The bride and groom, or us, to a lifetime of questions around the most influential wedding video ever filmed?